Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. This is going to be on a childhood favorite. I will be reacting to this series, I believe. So this is the first impression video. I will react to episode 2. The first episode was promised to be longer than usual, so I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to react to it into one part. So I decided to just do a first impression. Now that I saw it, I could have done a actual reaction video, but it is what it is. It's going to be on Dragon Ball Daima, and if you have never heard of Dragon Ball Daima, it is the last project of the creator of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. And if you didn't grow up with it, then you're probably not my age. But if you're my age, maybe younger, a little bit older, but in that range, you probably grew up with Dragon Ball as it being one of your first series, if not your first series, introduced into anime. I used to know a lot of people that watch Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, even Super, who don't particularly watch anime, but they watch Dragon Ball. So it is just a iconic series that influenced people outside of anime left and right. It is up there with One Piece. It is up there with Naruto. All these series that were introducing people to anime, but also you were introduced to it, but not really pulled into it. Like, you didn't have to really watch anime afterwards. Like for example, my brother watches Dragon Ball. He loves Dragon Ball, everything Dragon Ball, but he doesn't watch anime. So it is what it is. But anyways, if you haven't done something now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can also follow me on social media. Check out the description below. There's quite a bit of first impression videos already in my channel, so check out all those first impression videos, first thoughts, and all that I have here in my channel. So Dragon Ball Daima. Again, it is very special because it is the last project. I want to say, and don't quote me on this, but I want to say it wasn't fully completed, so they have to basically complete some of the gaps here and there. From my idea, it is kind of a side story in its own way, so it won't be a long series that we'll have forever, but it is something that we'll have for at least for a bit. I don't know if they're gonna milk it. Some people are a little upset with that whole concept that they might, just milk the whole series and make it super long when it doesn't have to be long, just because it was his last project and people want to make sure that it's remembered and so on and so forth. But I hope it's not. I hope it's just maybe 24 episodes, 12 episode series. It does fit canon wise, at least so far, before Dragon Ball Super. So it's kind of like between Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, almost immediately after Dragon Ball Z. So that's kind of timeline where it would fit. Obviously we haven't seen the whole series, so we don't know canon wise if it fits completely, but it does seem to fit in the canon of the story. And if it does, then they all kind of, what happens in the first episode, which I'll talk about it now, it reverses, I'm going to assume at the end of the series, because then it wouldn't work to fit into Dragon Ball Super. But okay, so the story goes, essentially it's following the story of the next king of the demon realm. Now, if you forgot Dragon Ball Z, we get essentially a recap. He essentially sitting on a chair. He's watching what's going on in Earth as if it was a TV show, right? And they start off with Goku himself as a recap, and then they go into the demon looking at all the stuff. And they start with the realm of the Majins. Now, the Majins, again, come from the demon realm. The Majin that we had there, Babidi or Babidi, what's the one? I think it's Babidi. Babidi took control of the Demon King from the demon world, and he's the big guy, big pink guy with the ears and the M in his mark, right? He's being controlled. Now, at we're seeing the reaction of the other demon guy. He's like, oh my gosh, can't believe he fell into Babidi's control. And then he's seeing it as, he's like, fast forwarding stuff, and he's seeing how they fought the Saiyans, and how Vegeta and Goku were involved, and how then Goku went with the gods, and he trained with them. One of the deities there happens to be the brother of the one that is the advisor to the Demon Lord. So then, who also is their brothers to the researcher, who's a girl in the demon realm as well. So it all falls in the family. We watched the whole recap with Boo, how Boo's super strong. They're like, oh my gosh, Boo's also involved in all this, and like they're like head over heels with the whole thing. And then they see that they can use Dragon Balls on Earth. Now, compared to the Dragon Realm has their own Dragon Balls that were created as well by the same dude, I guess, or by a similar dude, a Namek guy, but this guy also left 3 guardians to guard the Dragon Balls. So no one can really use Dragon Balls unless you defeat the guys, and they're very strong. So no one ever has tried defeating them, or those that have, it's very rare. So this guy decides to go into the Earth because now he's worried that they're gonna come and make a mess and destroy him. So he comes with this bright idea of, what if everyone's a kid, right? Let's turn everyone into a kid and they're not gonna hurt us. So he goes into the human world, and this is where the anime episode switched from it being a recap to it being more of its own thing. And essentially we see our friends Goku and Vegeta and all their families having a party for Trunks, his 9th birthday. We see Goku and Vegeta fight and train up in the air for a little bit. But then while all that's happening, this new Demon Lord or Demon King, he takes his advisor and a Namek, who's the one that created the Dragon Balls, to Earth. And he's able to retrieve all the Dragon Balls, make them from stone to back into Dragon Balls, and they awaken the dragon. And essentially, we know that there's 2 wishes for sure, and that is that they're going to become kids. The second wish is that he wants the 3rd eye, which essentially it gives him more power as a demon king. And then the 3rd wish, he doesn't say anything about it, but his advisor says, can I have the 3rd wish? And Babidi says, not Babidi, the new demon king says, I'll think about it. So I guess the advisor might have the 3rd wish, but we'll see. For now, it is a great beginning to a great, I know it will be a great series. I know some people were kind of bummed with the whole, like, they're going to be kids. It's very similar to Dragon Ball. Oh gosh, what was the other Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball GT, with, Goku becomes a kid, which yes, but no, it's going to be unique in its own way, because now it's not Goku, it's like his whole friends are kids. So it is going to be, in one way, cuteness overlord, but in another way, it's going to be weird with everyone being a kid. So just, it is what it is. For now, guys, go check it out. There's 1 episode out. I think Crunchyroll has it for sure, but I think it's one of those series that almost everyone has it. I think Hulu might have it as well. And I had heard that Netflix was going to have it too, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.